Are we live?
We are.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the fourth Facebook Live session from IUMA. I am here to introduce my wonderful colleague and a very dear friend of mine, Moshmi. She is our skin and beauty expert and will go live in few minutes on how to take care of chemically treated hair and solve hair fall issues. But before we go live in few minutes, I just wanted to share something that Moshmi lost her mother-in-law a few days back, and because of this lockdown, obviously she was not able to travel. She is obviously devastated, but she has. When we spoke about it yesterday, she said, I mean, I suggested her not to go ahead with the Facebook Live, but Moshmi, being the professional that she has decided to go ahead with this live talk, for which I'm very, very thankful to her from the bottom of Team Ayurved. We are really glad to have you on board, Moshmi, and we are very grateful that you're doing this for our audience. You can now begin our live talk. Over to you.
Hi, thank you, Aditi. Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm Maushami, a wellness professional and founder of MiralQ. And I treat skin and hair issues, all the challenges using natural products. So today I'm going to talk about how to take care of the hair, especially nowadays because of our lifestyle challenges. We color our hair using colors, different types of dyes. So we are going to talk about the hair challenges, the hair issues, and the dyes that we use, the colors we use, and how to take care of the hair. And even if you have colored your hair, what are the things we can do naturally to make them healthy and beautiful? So first, I'm going to talk about the hair structure. If we talk about the hair that we have here, it's actually a dead part. So when we talk of the hair structure, we take two parts into account. The first part, which is beneath the skin, and it's the hair follicles, and the one that is on top of the skin, the one that you can see here, this is the hair shaft. And when you talk of the hair shaft again can be divided into three parts. So the first part that we talk about is the hair cuticle. The cuticle is the topmost part of the hair that we see. It's part of the hair shaft that we see outside. And mind it, this is a dead part. So this is the hair shaft, and this is made of three parts: the cuticle, the cortex, and the medulla. Why I'm talking of all these parts, it's very important to understand how the dyes penetrates, where they go, and how they affect our skin. So the first part, the cuticle, is made of a protein called keratin, and this is the protective layer of the hair. So it's very important that we maintain the cuticle of the hair. And the second part of the hair, that is the cortex, this actually gives the support and strength to the hair and gives the structure to the hair. This is again made of keratin fibers, and this is again protein fibers. And this is where the hair color, the natural hair color or the melanin stays. So the color we see to our hair, the color we can see here, like I have black hair. So I have the melanin on the cortex of the hair. And then we have the medulla, which is the inside part of the hair. And the medulla is air filled space. There are many people who have only two parts of the hair. The medulla is not there. So now coming to the main part of the hair, that is when we dye, what happens? What are the different types of hair colors or the hair dyes? And how we can take care of the hair, how we can take care of the face, and what are the challenges we have on the face because of the hair dyes, and how we can actually have healthy hair. So the first part we are going to talk about is about the dyes, the colors. So there are different ways we can color our hair, and we can use the permanent dyes, we can use the semi-permanent dyes, we can use maybe the temporary dyes which we use for maybe once or twice. I mean, it stays in the hair for one or two washes and then they go off. And the semi-permanent dyes, they stay for 3-4 washes, and the permanent dyes, they stay for a very, very long time. So now when we want to color our hair, there are two ways again we can color it. We can actually get the melanin that is inside the hair cortex bleached and put color on there. And we can also use additional color pigment on the melanin part. So when we talk of the chemical dyes that we usually use nowadays, it acts in two different ways. First, when we put the hair color, I'm talking now, I'm directly coming to the chemical colors and I'm coming to the permanent dyes, because most of us, we use permanent dyes to color our hair. It might be because of cosmetic reason, or it might be because of covering our gray hair. And when we talk of the permanent dyes, how they color our hair, when I'm talking about this permanent dyes, initially, I'm talking about the chemical dyes. So this chemical dyes first cross the cuticle and then they go to the shaft part of the hair. That is in the shaft part, they cross the cuticle and go to the cortex. And the cortex is where the melanin is. Now they use, in the chemical dye, we have two parts. Again, the precursor and the developer. They use the developer. This developer goes inside the cortex and removes the melanin, bleaches the melanin. And the melanin is removed. And after that, the precursor or the hair color goes inside the cortex and gets infused with the hair cortex. Usually, when we talk of dyeing, coloring, people understand that it's something like painting your hair. No, it is not like that. The chemical dyes, they are not painted on the hair. They go inside the hair, inside the cortex, and they get infused with the cortex. And this causes a lot of oxidative damage to the hair. When we talk of oxidative damage, that is the damage that gets done to the hair, because as we age, we see that the hair becomes dry. That is because of oxidative damage. And when we use hair color, we are doing the same damage to our hair. So the hair becomes very dry and frizzy, and we go on using conditioners to straighten it out. Because as I told you, cortex is a part which is tubular in structure, and that will maintain the sheen, the glow of the hair. So if you want the hair to be healthy, if you want it to be glowing, the cortex has to remain straight. And that is the reason when we use the conditioner, we use it on the hair length, on the cortex part, on the hair shaft. This is the hair shaft. We use it on top. It is absorbed by the cortex and it becomes tubular in structure. Now, what happens when we are using these chemical colors? Sometimes it's okay for a body, but most of the time, the body starts depositing these toxins in the hair follicles. The hair follicles are the part of the hair which is inside the skin, and they are the life part. They're not dead like this. They're the life part where they're attached to the blood vessels. Now, what happens when we are using the chemical colors? I have seen many clients coming to me and telling me that they have acne only on this part of the hair. And when I asked them that, are they using the hair color? They are saying yes. And I saw that actually the style they were using was the hair was actually sticking to this part of the face, and so this part was affected by pigmentation and acne. There are people who have a lot of acne on the forehead. It's again because of the closing of the follicles because of the chemical colors. So there are a number of issues, there are a number of challenges like dermatitis and all that can happen because of the hair colors. So what are the steps we can take to to control or reduce this? Because hair color is something that we need to do. And what are the things we can use naturally to color our hair? So dermatitis, acne, pigmentation, and again losing eyesight, they are a few of the challenges that occur due to hair colors, the chemical hair colors. So first, what we need to look into is that if we talk of cleansing of the scalp, if we need to cleanse our scalp, the follicles, then the toxins will be removed. how do we do that? Now that we have already used the chemical colors, we need to cleanse our hair follicles to see that we reduce the amount of toxins in our hair. So now I'm going to talk about the do's and don'ts of natural hair products and natural herbs that we can use to condition our hair, to keep it healthy, and also to color our hair. So when we talk of natural pigments, when they color our hair, they color it in a different way. The natural pigments, they're also pigments, they're colors, they're dyes. They go inside the cortex, they cross the cuticle, they go inside the cortex, but they cannot bleach the melanin. They act as an additional pigment on top of the melanin. And that is the reason when people want to just use it as a cosmetic color instead of covering the gray, they do not see a lot of color on the hair, because the natural colors, they never bleach. They just act as a top layer on the top. So there are certain do's and don'ts when you use the natural colors. First, let me talk about a few natural colors or the pigments that we can use on daily basis. I mean, in our daily lives, maybe we can use it once in 10 days or once in 15 days or once a month. First, we can use henna. Henna is, in India, we call it mehendi. So it's a natural dye. And when we talk of the natural dyes or the natural herbs that we can use for coloring our hair, remember one thing, they're not only the dyes or the colors, they also have a number of natural bioactives. The bioactives are the natural chemicals which actually cleanse the follicle and increase the tenacity, the tensile strength of the hair, improve the condition of the hair root. So all of them, when whichever herb I'm talking about, all of them in some way or the other is not only a dye, it also maintains your hair, the strength of your hair, the sheen of your hair, the quality of your hair. So we can use henna, we can use indigo. These are very natural, normal dyes that we get in the market very easily. And other than that, we can use marigold. Marigold flowers, they are very good natural dyes. We can use cloves, beetroot, and amongst flowers, other than marigold, we can also use cassia. Cassia auriculata is a beautiful yellow flower which is available everywhere. It grows very easily here in the Indian subcontinent, and it's one of the best conditioners and the best colors for hair. It does not give a yellowish tinge, but like when you want to go for a natural highlight for your hair, you want that soft look for your hair, you can go for cassia flower. And it's available in all the Ayurvedic stores, and in the markets you have to look for it, or even on Amazon it should be available. And next is you can go for beetroot, and you can go for walnut husk. Walnut husk also gives a beautiful dark brown natural color. And when we talk of dark brown color, the natural colors, compared to the chemical colors, when the chemical colors, the darker they are, the more harmful they are for our skin. And in natural colors, the dark colors, we can get it from walnut, we can get it from henna. When it is soaked with iron filings, it gives a very natural dark color. And see, when I talk of using the chemical colors, it's very easy to get them in in a bottle or in a tube, and you apply it on your hair, keep it for about 40-45 minutes, then wash it off, and you are done, and you have your beautiful colored hair, beautiful natural black, or whichever color you go for, the colored hair. But with the natural colors, the challenges are, first of all the natural colors that you see are water-based colors, and that is the reason they are water-based pigments. Pigments means colors, and we have to soak it for about say 6 to 7 hours to get the maximum efficiency of the color. So first you have to take the pigment, whether it's henna or indigo or cassia mixed with beetroot or other herbs like Indian gooseberry, amla, and all, or the seed of mango. Mango seed is also a very nice natural colorant. You have to soak them in water overnight. And then in the morning, you can apply it on your hair. And when you apply on your hair, again, you have to keep it for 3 to 4 hours, because the hair, it does not go and bleach the cortex. It goes inside and then it starts adding itself onto the melanin that is already there. That means we are not removing the melanin. We are not causing any damage to the hair. It's an additional color which sits on top of the melanin pigment that we already have in our hair. And then you keep it for 3 to 4 hours. And then it's very important that you do not shampoo it off, because as I told you before, that most of the natural pigments that we use are natural colors, pigments. They are also herbs by themselves, so they actually give a lot of natural goodness to our scalp. So if we wash it off with normal water after about 2 to 2.5 hours, and keep it like that, let the hair be like that, and the next time at night you oil your hair, so that all the pigments that is absorbed by the hair, it sits on the hair. The oil acts as a protective layer, which also benefits the cuticle, the uppermost layer of the hair. And the next day morning, when you shampoo it off, you'll have a beautiful mane with the natural color that you are looking for. So when you compare, you can see that it's very easy to use the chemical colors, but it's a bit difficult, it's a bit challenging, because you have to invest a lot of time in getting it, preparing it, and then putting it on your hair. And mind it, even your washroom will become a mess when you wash off your natural color, because usually they are in powder form. So now the thing is, uh, if you take it as an investment for your beautiful mane, beautiful hair, it's really worth it, because this natural hair colors, they not only color your hair, they also uh, provide the nourishment that is needed by your hair. Second, when we consider the natural colors, mind it, if you want a yellow color or a green color, no, it is not easy to get the yellow or green color on your hair with the natural colors, because they can only give a light tinge. For a younger generation who already have darker or black hair, for them it's very difficult to get that particular shade that they are looking for. It will only give a lot of highlights, and it will give a natural sheen to the hair. So those are the challenges of using natural colors. Now, what is very important for you to do is that even when you are using chemical colors, or those who have already used chemical colors for the last maybe 10 years, 12 years, or 5 years, there are ways we can reduce the effect of the toxins on a scalp and on our body. Because mind it, when we talk of the scalp is an extension of the facial skin. That means the skin, which is a sense organ, it's one of the sense organ of the body. It's also the same skin that you get see extended here. And mind it, just below it, we have all the blood vessels. So whatever goes onto the scalp is absorbed by the hair follicles. So we need to keep it very, very clean so that it is not taken over by our entire body. So what we can do to maintain the health of the scalp is that we can use a lot of legumes, a lot of herbs to make a natural scalp conditioning mask. But here it is very important that you might get some scalp conditioning mask in the market, which is in liquid form. I will always oppose to go for mask in the liquid form, because again they'll be having a chemical base. What is suggested is that you make a mask with natural legumes and herbs, or you can go for natural powder based scalp conditioning mask available in the market. Why I insist on powder base is that you must have seen the legumes you use at home, even in your kitchen. We use all these pulses at home, the legumes. And what we do is that we use turmeric. Turmeric is an Indian spice, it's a herb. And when you add the turmeric to the pulse, you will see after sometimes the legumes, they change their color and they become yellowish in color, because they're absorbing the pigment that is there in the spice. The same way, when these legumes, when you powder them and mix with other herbs which are good for hair and apply on your scalp, they start absorbing all the toxins that is there on your scalp. And you should take the legumes, mix with herbs, soak them overnight, and then apply it on the scalp. Blend it well, and then apply it on the scalp and keep it for about 1.5 to 2 hours. And when you wash them off after that with water, then you see most of the toxins that is there inside your scalp, it comes out and becomes part of the water. That means your hair is clean, your scalp is clean. And when you go on doing this, maybe once in 10 days, once a week, as per the time available to you, slowly you will see that your scalp is getting cleaner and cleaner. And you'll see when the scalp is clean, the stress that you have, sometimes when you come back from work, you have a back pain here. Most of the time, it's because of the toxins in the body. You feel the heaviness on the head. You will see that all this starts going off because slowly, as you are using this powder based scalp conditioning mask enriched with herbs, they start taking off all the toxins from your scalp. And these toxins can be toxins that is also left over by the dye, the chemical dye. And you will see that slowly your the scalp health improves, and you can find that the condition of the hair, it grows better and better. You'll have new hair growth, you'll have better, healthier scalp, and better and healthier hair. So it is very important that one thing you have to keep in mind is that the minimum time you should be keeping your scalp conditioning mask on the hair is for about 45 minutes. If you keep less than that, the scalp actually does not absorb. It takes time to absorb the herbs. So that is the minimum time you should be keeping the herb for. And the mask, the maximum time you should keep for is around 2 hours. Because if you keep it for more than 2 hours, then slowly it will start absorbing all the oils and all the natural water from your hair. The hydration would go off and the hair would tend to become dry. So nature is actually all about balance. So it is very important that you realize it's not just applying it. You should know for what time you should keep, what are the herbs you should be applying, and for how long you should be keeping it, which is very, very important. It's all about balance, orientation. I go on repeating this in all my talks. And next is one thing, those who are using the chemical colors, one thing you can do, it is very easy for you to do, and which you can do, I mean, once a week, every day, to maintain the condition of the scalp. Because most of you must have, I mean, many people suffer from this itchy scalp, or some eruptions on the scalp, or you have the redness, you have the dryness on the scalp, or the scalp is too oily. I mean, whatever is the condition of the scalp, this is something which everybody can do. So you can take some fenugreek. Fenugreek is, in India, we call it methi. You can take the dried fenugreek seeds, depending on the hair length and on your scalp, depending on the hair volume too. We have to apply it on the scalp. So take about 100 grams of fenugreek seeds and then soak it overnight. Wash it well and then soak it overnight in water. And the next day morning, you just blend it in a blender and then mix about 2 to 3 heaped teaspoon of pure aloe vera juice, the aloe vera gel, the pulp you get, and then apply it on your scalp. The entire scalp, you can put it on the hair length, but what is very important is to put it on the scalp. Unless your scalp is healthy, the hair can never be healthy. No matter what you do for your hair, the hair is actually, the main part of the hair is the hair roots, the hair follicles. Unless the scalp is healthy, the hair can never be healthy. So apply it on the scalp, keep it for about 2.5 hours, then wash it off with water, plain normal water. At night, apply a oil which is mixed with herbs. Again, I wouldn't ask you to apply just normal hair oil. Just you should be applying oil, preferably a oil mixed with herbs, and then apply it. Comb your hair well. Use a nice comb and a brush to comb your hair. And then in the morning, you wash it off with a natural shampoo. And you see the condition, the health of your hair. Within 2 or 3 application, you will see your hair improving. It'll become better and better day by day. And you'll see the hair grows, I mean, not only in volume, you'll see the length of the hair growing too, which is very, very important. And what you need to do is that two things I would always say, that whenever you want to maintain a healthy hair, keep your scalp clean and oil your hair and brush it well. Remember one thing, that even if you're having a lot of hair fall, it's very important to comb and brush it well. Normally, every day, losing about 20 to 80 hair is natural. If you have some unhealthy hair, let them come out, the unhealthy hair. Then only they'll be replaced by normal, healthy hair. So, this is one thing I wanted to tell you about maintaining your scalp, especially for those who are using chemical based dyes to color your hair. Next is that whenever you get the time, maybe again I'll say once a week is a good time to do it. We need to condition the hair length. And we have very good natural conditioners available in our kitchen. So, a very good conditioner is your curd. So, you can take about 3 to 4 teaspoon of curd, and then just mix it well or blend it well in a blender and apply it on the entire hair length. There is no need to apply on the scalp, because you must have done your scalp therapy before, a scalp conditioning mask before. So maybe after 3 or 4 days, apply the curd on your hair length. Keep it for some time, for about, again, minimum time is 45 minutes, and then wash it off with water. In the evening, apply oil, and next day morning, shampoo your hair. I'm sure that you are going to see lovely, a lovely mane, a silky, smooth hair, and a very, very healthy hair that'll be the beginning of your hair story. You can see them growing, becoming beautiful day by day. And thank you so much for being here with me. And you all can connect with me and write to me at info@mrilq.com. info at the rate of mrilq.com. Or you can also connect with us at the Facebook page of Ayurved. And I would love to share with you all my knowledge and just give you the solutions to all the hair challenges or the face challenges. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.